Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a series where we talk with our friends of at FPLUSA Press Play. We have at FPL Paz here. He needs no introduction. You've seen him around the interwebs trolling people and rooting for voodoo things to happen to my back line. Paz, how we doing, mate?
Hey Brian, happy to be back. This is one of my
We're back,
favorite.
baby. We're back. Let's
We're
fucking
back.
go.
We're back. This is one of my favorite podcasts. Um, with you, Bucks and Dan, I always troll you guys and our other
You
people in
do.
the FPL USA community. But it's always good fun and happy to be back one more time this season.
That's right. That's right. Tell the listeners how you fared last season. I think you ended close to the top 10K, but maybe just outside.
Yeah, I ended up finishing 17,000, which was funny enough.
Respectable.
The same rank as 2 years ago, so it's like which is crazy. 200
Consistency.
consistency. I 200 spots difference between my last two seasons, which is it's good. But this year, I'm hoping I can break into that top 10K again.
That's right. We're going to get you up the rankings, especially as one of the best managers in hashtag FPL USA. So today we're going to just go through your team quickly, get a pulse of where your draft is at, and then I'm going to grill you on a couple of your selections. So why don't you start from the back line and go to the front for your starting 11?
So starting at the goalkeeper is Robert Sanchez. I haven't moved from this spot. I think there is some worry about Levi Colwill being injured. How's that gonna affect Chelsea's defense? But I still think he's a great way to cover that Chelsea defense who has great fixtures in the first 6 to 8 game weeks. Then we have Pedro Porro, who, especially watching the Super Cup today, I think is a lock in my team.
The Super
Playing,
Cup.
yeah, the Super
Chipped in
Cup.
with an assist?
Yeah, chipped in with a nice assist and playing in that, I want to say win back position in harder games, so you can play him, in those harder games against Man City, for example, in game week 2, and then he'll probably just be attacking as always when he plays in the back line, taking set
For sure.
pieces. So that's pretty much a lock. Then another lock is a Nottingham Forest defender. I think Murillo or Nico Williams will for sure be on my team. I think right now I have Murillo just because I have that money, but if I need to take money out of there, I'll downgrade to Nico Williams. I think they have great fixtures and they're good at this DEFCON and attacking threat, and I think
can't score a goal to save their lives in preseason, but they're cleaning the sheets. So we appreciate that.
And that, with these 1-1, 0-0 score lines that they produce, I think it's great for the floor of these players, and I think they have high bonus. If it continues like that, they're going to be in the bonus, right? They're going to be bonus magnets.
Yeah, I'm seeing NFO Janitorial Services LLC being opened up this season. So I think with their fixtures, good pick for sure. But your next defender, I'm not so sure about.
So I picked him this morning. I was tinkering around. I saw all the projections for the first 6 game weeks, and I saw just Liverpool, man, they have the highest percentage of clean sheets in the first 6, game weeks 1, 4, and 5. I believe, yeah, the game 1, 4, and 5, they have just great percentages for clean sheets. Virgil van Dijk can chip in with a header. And another reason why I like that to cover that price point is because in game week 6, we usually have that Arsenal fixture swing. So if I don't want to waste my wild card, I want to be able to get to an Arsenal defender in that week. So for now, I have Virgil van Dijk. I know they did not look good against Crystal Palace in the back line. They're gonna take time to get used to that. These new players like Hurricanes and Pring-Pong, but for now, he's staying in.
All right, yeah, I think I'm a little bit cooler on
Liverpool
defense. I expect them to win a lot of 3-1 games, but I think again with so many players coming in, I'm just a little bit wary about how they, how these fullbacks and these Ferraris that they have on the outside. They're going up and down the pitch, and are they able to track back and get in the right position? So we'll see how that plays out. All right, the midfield though looks very powerful. What do you got here?
So in the midfield, Salah is my captain. I know there's some temptation to go without him. I will probably just play it safe and go with him, and then
Yeah, can't
go
go
from
against
there.
the GOAT. Can't go against the GOAT in game week 1.
Cannot at home. All this talk of like missing penalties, which I troll people with. I troll all the Liverpool fans about that he should be off penalties, but he's gonna keep them, and I think he should. He's just an easy lock for my team. Anderson is my next pick. Uh, it seems like a boring pick. I mean, he just will start the games. I don't remember watching him that much last year. I mean, this year
Me
we're
neither.
watching these defensive mids more, but I do remember his time in Newcastle. He would always just score just goals from what I remember, like just making those runs or like these random goals in their typical uh Newcastle like 5-1 wins and something like and back in like 2 years ago when they started doing better under Eddie Howe. So
Yeah,
he's
his floor is just so high, right? You're going to get a lot of 3 to 7
exactly.
point performances, right? In DEFCON, maybe he'll pick up a few yellows. He'll get 3 or 4 points. Maybe he'll chip in with an odd assist and get you a 5-pointer or a 6-pointer. So I think it's a pick that you just put in your team. You don't have to worry and help enables the rest of the lads.
Exactly. And then the third midfielder is the one that everyone that you got a shirt of that I'm still looking for my shirt. I still have, I see it in the back.
Yo, Black Wolf, where's Paz's shirt?
Black Wolf,
What year was this
Black Wolf,
from? 2011?
2021-2022 season. Black
Ooh,
Wolf did
just missed
not
it.
give me a prize. Yep, he did not
Just
give me a
missed it.
prize. It's funny how he struck that partnership after I won.
Yep.
So,
Yep. I feel like he should go into his own pockets to make things right with you.
I would appreciate that very much. Then yeah, he has a great Club World Cup. He has good fixtures on penalties, so he's pretty much a lock for me. The next pick I'm not too sure about, right? That's one spot that is still playing on my mind with Reinders. Those 2 goals are definitely, was a very reaction. Yeah, it was very reactionary. I put him in after that. It just helps enable all the other players I want, and then I don't have any cover from Man City, so hopefully this gives me some type of cover. If he does play in that advanced 8 role, I think I should at least chip in with an assist, and hopefully the damage is not too bad. Now, the fifth pick here is Bruno Fernandes. This is a interesting one.
Bruno.
Yeah, it's funny because he's trolled me sometimes in FPL. He's done great for me sometimes. I just think he has so many routes to points, especially with DEFCON. I am worried that he's going to play some 6 in this new formation all these new players coming in with this back 3 wing back formation that Amarin has been playing. If he plays as a 10, I think he's a no-brainer pick. Playing as a 6, I think it might limit his upside. So I want to see how it plays out in the first 6 weeks or
A lot
7.
of new toys for him to play with, though, and thread along passes, not to mention just hopefully draw some more pens. So, his upside of not doing much in a game and still coming away with a 9-pointer is pretty high, I would say. So I rate the pick for sure. Your other slots, you could look at are Verts or Marmouche, who are also tantalizing talents that will come into our FPL thinking. But I think if you're not going to captain Bruno very often, he's just a player that you sit on until he gets his first red card, which is where I took my damn hits last season. Even in my epic finish, I hit him out twice last season. Crazy.
That is insane. And Marmouche and Verts, with Marmouche, unless you're Connor or Dallas, our friend Andrew, yeah, I'm not going there because I know he is the one that loves to glaze Marmouche. So my next pick here at the forward line, I brought in Mateta. I'm famous for calling him before he got famous 2 years ago. That was this was a very reactionary pick with the penalty that he has. He's done well for me in the past, so I think it's kind of
Good
like
form in the
that.
preseason, streaky
Good
player,
form.
could start hot for the first time in a long time. I think he's more appealing too, because remember last year before the season started, he was playing in the damn like U21 World Cup for France
Yep.
alongside Elise, right? It was such a weird time, and then comes back late, doesn't really solidify his minutes early on, and yeah, I mean he's quite a talented player. I think.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you a
just
little
those
bit worried
fixtures
at
are tough,
all?
right?
Yeah, are you a
I
little
am
bit
because
worried
it
at
was.
all with his like European commitments early in the season as well?
I am, and then those first three games, I'm not. Chelsea has a good defense. I think they play NFO in game week 2. That's a tough defense, and then Aston Villa. It's not the best defense, but still,
Yep.
it's just not the best. It's not like an easy one either, right? So the first three are definitely worrisome. My other pick there would be like Joao Pedro. That's a very popular pick among the community. I'm still I'm still to be determined on Mateta.
All right. And then
The,
lastly, the junkyard dog, Ollie
yeah,
Watkins,
Ollie
man in
Watkins.
man in form in the preseason for Villa.
He's pretty much locked in my team. I think he has a very good chance at being on penalties. It's a World Cup year for him, so he's want to bag those goals, right? I know there's discussion of who's on penalties. I think for him to get to the World Cup, be the backup for Harry Kane, or even the starter, or that spot's pretty open. I think he's gonna want to bag the goals for Thomas Tuchel to look at him, pick at him. At the end of the day, stats drive our discussion. So he's gonna want to be selfish and take those easy goals. Not the best penalty taker, but he's locked in my team. Great fixtures, should be nailed on with no Rashford or Duran last year. Took minutes away from
Yep,
him.
hard to argue with.
And then the bench. This I'll just go with the easy one. The 4.0 is Esteve or Esteve. I'm not sure even.
Steve.
Steve. That's the American way of saying it. Steve-O. He is a pick, just enabling. He has Sunderland game week 2 if I need him. Not much to say there. I don't expect big things out of him. Mark Way, just again, I mean, he'll probably be 4.4 by game week 3, but
Yep.
we have some upside, right? You trade in the 0.1 risk of dropping with the upside of him being an option. Like, I forgot, was it Cameron Archer a few years back who everyone had, and
Yep.
he ended up actually doing well for people in like game week 5 or something. He took a penalty, scored.
All you need him is for one bench boost. That's all you need. So you're just biding your time until he's ready to step up and get that massive 2 to maybe a 9-pointer. That's what you're dreaming of.
Maybe you just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know. It could be there. And my other pick, again, easy one, Dubravka. He should be the starting for Burnley. Just 4.0 starting goalkeeper. You can't pass up, like you
Easy.
said, for the bench boost. You just need
Yep.
him to start. My last defender, though, that's the one I'm a bit worried about of who to pick. Right now, I have Chris Richards. I'm just
The
eyeing that
American.
game, the American, and very good player for DEFCON as well for his price. Funny enough, he has some attacking threat. I was watching the Community Shield. He should have scored. He had an open header. He
Mm.
just he just gave it to Ederson. Not Ederson, to
He rocked the
Allison.
fro and he scored in the Gold Cup final versus Mexico off of a
Exactly.
great header. So he's got a little attacking threat, but 4.5, good pick. Going to start every game in that system, especially if Gahey leaves. So I do rate it. Are you worried if Gahey leaves that they won't have a replacement right away and gonna have to play Lerma, or are you just like, it doesn't really matter? He'll probably be involved and just be a solid starting pick at 4.5.
I think once we get to that game week 4, when I need him after he plays Sunderland in game week 4, then we'll have more answers on how this defense looks.
Right
So
on.
hopefully I have him there. So it's kind of a wait and see right now.
All right. Well, there you have it. That is at FPL Paz's team. Paz, give a shout to some of the work you're doing around the community, where people can find you, and then hopefully you'll be on the pod in a full game week preview later in the season with the lads.
Man, thanks for having me. I'm pretty sad Bucks did not want to, be here either.
He
That's
didn't
one of
want
my.
he didn't want to spar. You know,
He did not want to spar because I was listening to the screen the other day. He took a shot at my picks. In the chat, he took a shot at my picks with Tillemans. That was just a draft. But he came at
Yeah.
me. I wanted to be
Yeah.
here just to come back and attack. But
Don't worry, we're gonna have you on for that full boxing matchup later on in the season. But I know he's currently putting down his little one, so that's why this is a quick hitter. But yeah, you got to put him in his place.
Yeah, I am gonna be there. But for everyone there, you can find me on X, Twitter, FPL Pass, also on Discord and any of the channels. If I'm there, I'm trolling you guys. So make sure
Love it.
you're ready for that. So
Love it.
great work again this season, guys. FPL USA. Check out every podcast.
There we go. All right, that's one of our first hashtag friends of FPL USA. We love to see you guys involved with us, engaged on social, and we'll be doing more of these spotlights throughout the season. Paz, good luck in game week 1. We'll see you on the dark web.
I'll see everyone there.